Oh damn, I forgot one of my favorite 9/11 scandals. There's too many and I gotta make this clip short so I don't bore the hell out of everyone. But this one the media doesn't want to talk about either. Rudy actually tried to steal the widow's money. He raised $100 million for the Twin Towers Fund, he called it. He then didn't want to give them the money, and the families had to actually complain to Eliot Spitzer, our Attorney General at the time, and say, listen, Rudy raised a lot of money for us, $100 million, and now he wants to spend that money for Bernie Kerik. He wanted to hire Bernie Kerik, Judy Nathan, his mistress, and a bunch of his other cronies to administer the fund for as much as 20 years at huge expense. You understand? The $100 million was raised for the widows. Rudy then wants to take $50 million of that to administer the $100 million and pay all of his friends huge salaries for 20 years. That's the kind of guy Rudy Giuliani is. His corruption is so extensive. He's a dream for reporters. You could write so many funny, exciting articles about what a crooked psychopath this man is. But because he gave $800 million to the New York Post, over $1 billion to the New York Times. Because, I mean, Time Magazine, go back and look. Don't take my word for any of this. Go back and look at Time Magazine's Man of the Year, when they gave it to Rudy, like they gave it to Hitler. Very popular politician, I don't know if Hitler was at the time. And nobody listened. A lot of people were warning about Hitler, and people didn't listen. It's like, Hitler, he's not some psychotic madman. Chancellor Hitler is reuniting Germany with power and pride. Germany was really depressed after the First World War they lost, and Hitler picked them back up. Like Giuliani picked up New York City, they say. Bullshit. Giuliani is a psychotic crook, and anyone who votes for him deserves the highest taxes in America. Because we New Yorkers, after 8 years of Giuliani, ended up with the highest taxes ever seen in American history. But you're going to read that he lowered the taxes and lowered the taxes. He lowered the taxes for his friends. He lowered the taxes for his fellow millionaires. But for the people, the regular people who make up America, Rudy raised our taxes. Some of the largest tax hikes ever. In fact, here's an example. Rudy Giuliani tried to extend the commercial rent tax to pay for a new stadium for his good friend, George Steinbrenner, who doesn't need the money. Yankees are a little wealthy. Giuliani actually tried to extend the commercial real estate tax. Do you understand that? It's a tax on you paying rent. You pay rent and then they tax you paying rent. It's unbelievable. That alone makes Giuliani the sickest man in the history of humanity. That's how fucking insane this guy is. And yet, sorry, I digress a lot. There's just too much crap on this creep. But go back and look at the Time Magazine, Man of the Year, Rudy Giuliani. Go look. Read the preface. They even mention that he does not fit their criteria for Man of the Year. So why did they give it to him and not the firemen, or Bush, or Osama bin Laden? They gave it not to the firemen who sacrificed their lives to help people. They gave it to the man who cost all those firemen their lives. And they even admit he doesn't meet their criteria. The reason they gave it to Rudy? Well, because Rudy gave over $1 billion to the people who run Time Magazine. Would you tell a white lie for $800 million? Yes, you would. Would you tell a white lie for $1.5 billion? Yes, you would. And so too will the New York Times, they already have, the New York Post, CNN, NBC, ABC. All of them run by corporations. All of them directly got money from Rudy Giuliani. Because he's been planning, he said, to be president since he was 15. Everything he's done, this shyster is done, so with one eye on one prize, the presidency. And he is going to win the election. Because no matter how many of his scandals come out, most Americans don't do their homework. The voters don't. When it comes time of voter day, the thing Americans are going to know, Rudy's the hero in 9/11, Rudy's the hero crime fighter, completely false. Everything about Giuliani you've heard that's good, completely false. In fact, usually the opposite of the truth. Crime exploded under Giuliani. But I have to make another clip for that. Ay, sucks. Why can't I be a stupid asshole like Rudy Giuliani and the people who watch Bill O'Reilly?